I am super excited to be embarking on this particular journey because where I am going, I feel like it should be declared as the home of freedom for all Africans across the globe. I'm talking about Africans in Africa and Africans in the diaspora. I'm on my way to Adwa, the exact same location where Africans defeated the Italians during the scramble of Africa, and I feel like each and every African needs to be there. I feel like I made history because I'm walking in history. Because on the 1st of March 1896, history was made across the entire globe. And that history was made right here. This is the exact same grounds where Ethiopians united as one, with one common goal, just to defeat the colonial masters.
Right now we are at the battlefield, or the first battlefield as is known globally, battlefield of Mindibdib, where it took place 130 years ago around 6 a.m. The Italian, led by General Baratieri, soldiers came on four sides. The left column was General Armondi. The middle column was Albertini, which was captured around 9 a.m. here by the Ethiopians. As you can see, you can see the church, the cave church by the mountain, Mount Kidanemret Gasaso. As you know, a lot of people doesn't talk about it, but the Ethiopians were not only good at fighting, but also on gathering intelligence. Like Basha Alam, he used to be working for the Ethiopians. He was a merchant, but at the same time working as a devil agent or undercover for Ras Alula.
Ras Alula, one of the greatest African generals who played a key role that led to the victory of Adwa. Which means that he played a major role during the Battle of Adwa.
Absolutely, he did. As I said earlier, you know, he used to reside or live not too far from Adwa, so he knows Tigray in his bare hand. So which means when all Ethiopians traveled for months from Addis Ababa to Tigray, they were tired, exhausted, but the Tigrayans, because they reside here and they know the topography and the geography of the location, so of course he has a tremendous experience of war. So that's why 130 years ago, the turning point where almost 98-97% of African was under colonization. And when the European had a meeting, the Berlin Convention, to chop up our continent, the Ethiopians bravely made history here, the first battle.
So this is to show a march from Addis to Adwa.
The march from Addis to Adwa, which was led by Emperor Menelik II, took over 7 months before they arrived at their final destination, which is Adwa.
The point is show where peoples kept joining them till Adwa, then they reached here.
So they were not just soldiers?
Yeah.
Farmers?
Yeah, farmers, nomads, basically with no wage and salary, and with no basic training, and with no logistics, and also weapons. They got just determination, and they opted to die for freedom of a generation than to live in occupied state by Italy.
I mean, during the scramble for Africa, Africa was partitioned. That's why I'm speaking English to you. That's why you speak French. That's why some of you speak Portuguese. But if the people of Ethiopia never won the battle of Adwa, people from Ethiopia would have been speaking Italian. How many people died?
Yeah, almost we lost more than 40% of our soldiers here. Italians also lost more than 60% of their soldiers, and the 3,000 captives brought to Addis and imprisoned for 5 months.
They captured them from
Adwa.
And brought them to Addis.
Brought them to Addis.
Walking.
Yeah, walking on foot. They felt the wrath. Then after 5 months, We have seen the treaty over there by which Italians accepted sovereignty of Ethiopia. Then reconciliation started. Emperor released their captives.
And you released them?
Yeah, as part of reconciliation.
If we walk about 10-15 minutes, we will find the mass grave for the Italians and Ethiopians.
This is to remind each and every African that the war is not over. It's about time for us to fight till Africa becomes free.
The treaty signed on 2 May 1889 at Wuchale camp, the treaty before Battle of Adwa, by which Italians compelled us to make any foreign affairs and contacts through them. And the additional letter by way of correction is completely nullified. It shall remain completely null and void. Article 3, Government of Italy absolutely recognizes sovereignty of Ethiopia and the government as an independent government. Now let me tell you something. Europeans who used to think that they are superior than Africans were compelled to sign such treaty in Africa land. That is why we say Adwa is victory of black people, victory of oppressed people.
The goal for every black man on this earth is freedom. South Africans fought for their freedom, Ghanaians fought for their freedom, Haitians fought for their freedom, African Americans fought for their freedom. Like literally emancipation is the word. And that emancipation started from here. Our people did it in the past. I would say that then Pan-Africanism was born in
I stand here clothed in the spirit of the battles of Adwa, conscious that it was that battle within 24 hours that shook the confidence of the powers of Europe, but inspired the people of Africa and the children of the African diaspora that good would prevail over evil and light over darkness, but only in the context of our unity. I stand here conscious that it was that battle that forged the beginnings of Pan-Africanism that eventually led to the movement for independence and the destruction of the colonial powers to give us not full development and power, but the first steps of political independence.